Hello and welcome back. This is Candace with another video on the Possum Stamps YouTube channel, and today I am showcasing a card inspired by this month's challenge, and that is kind of the opposite technique I showed a couple weeks ago, which I'll link to above. So let's get started. So I am starting with the new Summer Surfboards stamp set, which is super cute, and I've taken the sentiment that I want to use and lined it up in my MISTI to go at the center of my card base. And I'm going to stamp that down and it's going to be my focal point. So it says, "Hope your day is swell," which I thought was very punny. Once that is stamped down, I'm going to move my card base into the center of my MISTI so that I can position 4 of the surfboards kind of all around it in different places, just making sure I have a good amount of white space between each of them and none of them are too close together. I decided on using 4 of the surfboards that had kind of fun graphics and lines on them. I know we often see stamped images and want to color them, but I wanted to show a different way that you could use stamped images if you don't feel like coloring, but still get a really impactful look. And as you can see, I'm using tracing paper here on top of my card so I can reposition my stamps and see where they're going to lie without having to clean them off between. I just find that this saves a lot of time and is really helpful when I'm trying to position stamps and reuse them. So once I'm happy with how everything is looking, I'm going to come in and make some masks. Instead of stamping 9 individual masks and cutting them out, I took a stack of post-it notes and stamped my surfboard down right on top. And then I'm going to cut all 9 out at the same time. It was a little bit hard to cut through, so I might have broken this in half the next time I do it, but it is a much faster way than individually stamping. And especially since all of those surfboards are the exact same size, it worked out perfectly. So next I'm going to come in with my tweezers and just get all of my little masks separated. And I'm going to come in and place them all around my card on these surfboards. And this is because I'm going to be doing some ink blending around my surfboards. So I'm going to come in with colors inspired by our monthly challenge in my Distress inks. And I'm just going to quickly ink blend this background. Before I started, I put a piece of scratch paper in between just so I wouldn't get any ink on the inside of my card. And then I am going to blend a rainbow. So I have broken china at the top, then twisted citron, mustard seed, spiced marmalade, and picked raspberry. And again, these colors are inspired by our monthly challenge, which I showed a picture of at the beginning. We always encourage you to join our challenge. All that you have to do is post a project using Possum Stamps products on Instagram using the Possum Stamps Challenge hashtag before July 30th at midnight for your chance to win a $30 gift card to the Possum Stamps shop, and a winner will be announced the next day. So we definitely encourage you to join us on the challenge and see what you create. So once my ink blending was done, I came in with my Distress spray bottle just filled with water, and I'm just adding some water droplets and picking those up with a paper towel to add some depth and dimension. And you can see I got a little carried away here. And what's in between my card is just a piece of a silicone mat to protect the inside again so it doesn't get wet. So once that was done, I peeled my masks back and I started to panic there. I thought some of my ink went under the post-it note, but it was actually just because the post-it note got wet. So if that happens, don't panic. If you're using really good masking paper, you won't have that issue anyway. But if you do use post-it notes like I do, if this does happen, just make sure you wait until it's fully dry. I did hit this with my heat gun afterwards to make sure it was dry, and then I was just able to rub away the remaining adhesive and piece of the post-it note with my finger. So to finish off the card, I'm coming in with some sequins from the new Lotus Flower Mix, and I'm just putting those around my sentiment, and there is the final card. I hope this gives you some inspiration for how to use your stamped images when you might not feel like coloring. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any future inspiration from the design team. And I will see you in another video. Bye!